Let us come together with one heart. It's time to celebrate our heroes past. Oh yeah. Remember.
Let us come together, celebrate, and stand up for Nigeria, as the song implied, was sung by Ambassador Phil Robert, the team lead of FCT Tourism Volunteer Network at the FCT Tourism Volunteer Summit and the Area Council Tourism Investment Pitch and Expo 2023, where tourism volunteers gathered to discuss and birth a new investment page for the development of tourism in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and Nigeria at large through patriotism and volunteerism. While delivering a speech, the team lead of FCT Tourism Volunteer Network said the aim of the summit was to bridge the gap and provide for tourism investment opportunities to FCT.
Every December, which is designated to be a non-political, non-religious, and a non-sectional voice in the FCT, to genuinely discuss and birth a new investment pitch for the development of tourism in the FCT and Nigeria at large through patriotism and volunteerism. In an effort to bridge the gap and provide for tourism investors opportunities to the FCT, our team created this initiative, the FCT Tourism Volunteer Summit and the Area Council Tourism Investment Pitch and Expo. This project is aimed at rejuvenating the patriotic spirit of all Nigerians, especially the FCT citizens. Through this project, we will promote patriotism, which is the motherboard for volunteerism, to positively engage our people to use their skills, career, and professions for the promotion of tourism as a tool for socio-economic growth. The Tourism Volunteer Summit 2023 is a product of the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network in commemoration of the International Volunteers Day celebrated by the United Nations to create a unique and sustainable platform for patriots that prepares volunteerism opportunities for growth and development of Nigeria and Africa at large. And the NSVS, which is under the office of the SGF, is really doing great on that in Nigeria. The theme for this year's summit is themed Volunteerism Weaves Us Together, while the sub-theme is Exploring Tourism Potentials Through Volunteerism for Social and Economic Development. The FCT Tourism Volunteers Network is designed to be the biggest orientation platform for tourism education, promotion and advocacy, for the protection of our tourist sites, and also help in discovering tourism sites in collaboration with the FCT Tourism Department. Structure of our network. We have been able to design a structure for the network that has helped us brought in the right people, the right set of people, as the network is designed in different phases. Number one, the Tourism Volunteers Network. This is the entry point into the network where we have young, energetic citizens who are geared to serve as we monitor and watch our contribution towards the network. And if you contribute immensely, you will now be promoted to the ambassadorial level, where you will have worthy people with high level of professionalism to tourism, education, advocacy, and promotion. The tourism ambassadors, which are people like you seated in this building. The tourism ambassadors, this phase of the project serves as the elders forum where we have great men and women who have contributed meaningfully towards tourism development, as they serve as the major backbone to the network, giving support at advisory level and also financially. Also note that there is a registration designed for this particular ambassadorial stage. Area Council, the third one is the Area Council Tourism Development Champions. The Area Council Tourism Development Champions, these are members of the network that are in the Area Council level who help us in coordinating the grassroots aspect of the network, as they are trained to talk, to take our vision, mission, and objectives to every member of their communities on a house-to-house or door-to-door strategy, propagating our mandate of promoting tourism in the city of Abuja. Our success so far. As a network, we have been able to bring in quality citizens into the network through our strategies, and we have been holding our meetings and orientation programs. We have held our first dinner. We have organized a VIP dinner for the vision casting, which brought in high-end quality citizens of the FCT to hear what we want to achieve, as it was a 100% success. We have also put in structures in the CC area councils to help us take over the grassroots, even to the pooling unit level. We have even gotten emirs and the locals involved. We have held our first monthly congress, which serves as our monthly meetings. We have also gotten the buy-in of major tourism organizations to align with our vision and mission. Now, going forward, we believe that the minister will have her own input with the support of His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike to inaugurate the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network next year, March, so we can keep up properly and start achieving our goals. As this will also help us in driving more people who have been sitting from the side of the door.
Other participants who spoke at the summit explained what were needed from tourism volunteers and the availability of tourism potentials in FCT.
The Tourism Volunteer Summit 2023 is an excellent opportunity to learn from each other, share experiences, and discuss new ideas. We have a fantastic line of speakers who will be sharing their knowledge, expertise with us this morning. I am confident that the summit will be a great success and will help us to promote tourism in FCT and Africa at large. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the Honorable Minister FCT, who worked tirelessly with the Honorable Minister of State FCT to see that the FCT Abuja have lived up to its name on the befitting capital city of Nigeria and perform and preferred destination in Abuja. We assure you that soon Abuja will claim a strategic, passionate position in the tourism in the map of the world.
FCT Ministry is steadfast in its support for activities that accord with this objective. We will work together to achieve our ultimate aim, guaranteeing that the FCT achieve these set objectives. Thank you for your dedication, and may our combined efforts continue to enhance the FCT cultural tapestry while leaving an unforgettable impression on the global scene. Thank you and God bless.
As you are all aware, the United Nations General Assembly on 17th of December 1985 mandated all member states to commemorate the International Volunteers Day with activities and programs simultaneously all over the world. The IVD offers us the opportunity for the United Nations member nations to promote volunteerism, encourage government to support volunteer services, and recognize the contribution of such volunteers to achievement of peace and development in the nation. It is expedient to note that tourism can be a very veritable tool to draw economic development in the nation, which when we have identified the sites, like here in Abuja, we know that we contest with Niger State over the ownership of Zuma Rock. However, within Abuja, we still have our natural sites and then the man-made sites. These are beautiful buildings, such as the International Conference Center, amongst others, that can attract people to Abuja for tourism. As we'll be living here, it should impress on our minds that one of the cardinal things that we should do will be to keep Abuja clean. This is one of the dreams of the founders of the FCT.
And what I want to say today is that tourist volunteerism is also a powerful tool that can actually assist, because a huge part of the cost that relates to community infrastructure and development is largely dependent on the manpower. But if we can leverage on volunteerism tourism as a tool, it can actually help not just the government, but also the communities as well in terms of infrastructural development. Another aspect is education and skill development. Volunteers can provide invaluable support in teaching, mentoring, and equipping local communities with the knowledge and skills needed for self-reliance. Also, environmental conservation. Volunteers can play a vital role in protecting the environment, engaging in activities like tree planting, afforestation, waste management, and also sustainable resource use. Volunteerism can also be a powerful tool for cultural heritage preservation.
Potentials into economic opportunities, particularly within the tourism sector, lies in the hands of citizens and private initiative or enterprise. So it's just for us to actually collaborate and get things done that moves this country forward. It is unfortunate that the country is not yet earning from significantly and respectively from its tourism potentials. And if it's properly harnessed with the right set of vision and leadership, trust me, there is no limit to what it can benefit, contribute to the GDP, jobs, hopes, and lives. So that's what I can say. For the past 15 years, according to the United Nations Population Arm, Abuja has maintained the lead as the fastest growing city in the world, particularly the Gwagwalada axis area. And now this tells you something. There is so much influx of humans, of people into the city. And as we know, it's one of the most beautifully well-planned cities in the world. And this position alone gives it an edge over all the states within Nigeria. And we have a lot of tourist spots that can actually be harnessed and developed. And one of the things I would recommend to the FCT administration is that they institute order. Once you institute order, the beauty, the well-planned structure of the FCT is actually going to come out better and well. And as for our own contribution, we cannot pay lip service and say, oh, we are committed to development of tourism and not contribute our time, our resource, our facility, and also in monetary terms to the organization. So it's going to be paying lip service to it if we don't do that. It's very important that people realize that the responsibility of developing the tourism sector lies more even with the state government than the federal government, because most of the tourist potentials and locations are actually, within the states, the purview of the states, the administrative purview of the states and the local government. So it's high time many of the local governments start thinking of ways to actually harness and develop those potentials into real economic opportunities. And it's high time as well they quit the rhetorics, particularly political rhetorics as to, potentials. Transmute these potentials into real opportunities that contribute to, IGR, GDP, and create massive employment. Trust me, tourism sector can create enormous employment. But like I do say, everybody who has a role to play must contribute their own part in order to actually stimulate this sector as it ought to.
We're up here as the volunteers to make sure that we, refresh our memories to all this our cultural heritage, and we are ready to take the whole baton, go by ourselves to video all of this and a big promo to the world for them to see what we have, and then to attract people that can come and develop those sites for us. So that's what marketing is the way forward right now. We are endowed with so many things that if you go outside this country, people don't really see and hear us from that positive point. So we just decided that we are going to do this through tourism. We can bring that needed peace and more revenue, of course, to our country as the ambassador. So when I heard about it, I went to the director's office with Mr. Phil, and we had that conversation. There's more to come from the pipeline, so this is just the beginning, and then very soon we will unveil all the things we plan to do to make sure that Nigeria or FCT is recognized in tourism. Going on right there, the presentation from all the zones, from the Kubwa, from the Buhari, from the FCT, so all of the volunteers who's been there to capture those lovely sights and sounds of these areas will be presenting right now.
It will propel the volunteers once they have a platform to run and to volunteer their service to the development of the tourism in the FCT. So our message is as simple as that. Let all of us see it as our personal business on the volunteerism perspective, so that we can be more committed when we are making policy, and has been promised by the Senate that they will always be committed to whatever that key into the renewed hope agenda under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So also all stakeholders and everybody should see it as their personal business and be more committed.
One other significant point of the event was the cutting of the birthday cake of the president of the Institute of Tourism Professionals of Nigeria, Chief Abiodun Odusawo, who was described as a pillar of tourism development in Nigeria.
He is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow. And so say
here we are today. So we thank God that God has kept us to this moment. Amen. That we are here to celebrate Abuja Tourism and Volunteers Day. For Oga, we are celebrating you for your large heart. The immaculate in the white shows how your heart has been cleaned.
On the final note, the team lead of the FCT Tourism Volunteer Network, Phil Roberts, advised FCT residents and all relevant government agencies to volunteer their resources and join hands with the FCT Tourism Network to promote tourism in FCT and Nigeria at large, as it was one of the surest ways of providing job opportunity in the country. Augustus Oche Ifene, Delegate TV, Abuja.